Hi everyone, Kim here at Olive City Homestead. Just taking you on a short little jaunt today, well, relatively speaking, to see some gorgeous flowers, some fruit that's ready to harvest and enjoy, and some surprises in the garden. And that's like the best kind of fun is when the garden surprises you. So come on with me, let's see what we've got going on here. Love coming out in the morning for breakfast. So I have cherry tomatoes that are now ripening. I love these orange ones. They're sun golds and sun sugars all throughout here, and some Chadwick cherries, and they're so delicious. Plus I, munch on strawberries and blueberries and stuff like that. There's nothing better than breakfast in the garden. And just how easy is it to transplant and grow canna lilies almost anywhere? They love the filtered sun that you can provide them under other plants or on a covered patio. And all of these came from one plant that I originally put in a pot, and canna lilies just spread and spread and spread and spread. And you will have so many canna lilies you won't know what to do with them. So spread them everywhere and enjoy them when they go to bloom. I love them at all stages of growth. Those leaves, the patterns, the colors, just gorgeous. Look, even here, there are extra ones coming up I could move somewhere else. This is the original plant, or I should now say there's probably a dozen in this pot now, but it's where the original plant started. And look, I see a bloom coming. Some more crowded canna lily. It seems that no matter how much I divide them and spread them around, there's always more. Oh, there's another little one coming up. My new beautiful crepe myrtle and my purple crepe myrtle. I got it at the same time as the other one, but when it went to bud, the buds were crimson, and I thought, oh no, they mislabeled it. It's not a purple one. But as it's bloomed, I see I was wrong, and it is purple, so I'm really happy with this surprise in the garden. Finally managing to grow some rudbeckia. For some reason, they just don't like the intense heat here, or maybe the fact that I sometimes get their leaves wet, but yeah, I'm growing it now. Perhaps the biggest surprise of all, guys, tell me what this is. I have volunteer plants coming out the bottom of a 15-gallon container. Now, to me, those look like, I don't know. It's not squash, is it? No, it's not tomato. I'm not sure what that is. Is it a weed? Somebody tell me. And how in the world did they grow from the bottom? That's so crazy, but so much fun. Gladioli are my new favorite flower. One of the most fabulous surprises of this season is how these look and how much I love them. And do you see what I see peeking through there? Deep crimson red gladioli blooms about to burst into life. Now that I know how much I love gladioli, I can't wait to see this color in bloom. Take a look at my miracle Delicata plant. I'm telling you, I cannot believe this plant, but I'm so happy with it. The squirrels ate this plant down to nubs. You can see one of the stems there on the right that's just all bare. Well, that's how the whole thing looked. This plant was 3 times as big as it is right now. The squirrels devoured it. I was so upset and sad because Delicata is my favorite by far of all the squashes, and it was so beautiful and healthy. But I put this cage around it. I kept watering despite it not having a single leaf on it, and it has come back, and I'm so happy with it. Now to keep the squirrels away. And this is my green nutmeg melon, and I've been watering it faithfully and watching it grow, and so happy that the squirrels haven't decided they like green nutmeg melon leaves the way they like my zucchini leaves this season. And then just this morning, I noticed there's actually a melon on it already. Totally missed it all this time. It's very well camouflaged, which is probably what keeps it safe from the critters. Do you see the melon? You probably saw it right away, but I did not. Granted, I'm not usually down at this level, I'm usually up here watering, but if you go down, there it is. Look at that beautiful striped green nutmeg melon. Now it will get about 3 times that big, the size of a small cantaloupe, and oh my goodness, is it delicious. It's a wonderful melon. If you haven't grown them, I highly suggest it. I never have time to show all my trees and plants in my tours, so I just wanted to show you guys the beauty of this Japanese maple that's in front of my huge mulberry tree, which I have featured because, you know, mulberries. But yeah, I have a couple Japanese maples. These are my favorite colors, autumn colors. So I love the ability to see fall colors throughout the summer. And here is the other Japanese maple in front of the mulberry tree on the other side, along with a lot of weeds and grass I need to mow down, but hey, that's not going anywhere. Meanwhile, I can enjoy the beauty of this tree. And the plums that are nearby, which are definitely ripe. I harvested over 200 Santa Rosa plums off my front yard tree a couple days ago, and now this younger tree has ripe ones I can take too. More breakfast. I don't know, maybe they're melon? They could be melon. Or eggplant? No, they don't look like eggplant. What do you think they are? Also, do you think they're gonna survive growing down there? Can they possibly get big and bushy? I think maybe they can. I grew strawberries this way once out of the bottom and sides of a big container, and they did fine, so maybe these can do fine, whatever they are. I'm really curious. What are your thoughts? Autumn beauty sunflowers. They're looking so good. And I just love the way that they have so many flowers on one plant. I also love the way they reseed every year all on their own and come up on their own. And I also love how they look once they lose their petals. Those big black spheres that the birds love to come pick out all the seeds. I just love sunflowers. This is one of my favorite fruits, the dapple dandy pluot, and this is just a little 2-year-old tree. But look at that, I've got probably a dozen fruit on it, and I know they're ripe because A, I've been eating them, and B, the birds are starting to attack them. So, time for me to take them off. So I took a little short video of this flower about a week ago, and at that time I thought it was a dahlia that I had forgotten I planted. I'm really not sure now, because now it kind of looks like my Raggedy Ann zinnia, although that's a light pink and orange, but that type of petal it has definitely looks like the Raggedy Ann zinnia. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I do know it's gorgeous, and I do know it's lasted almost 3 weeks in bloom now, which is amazing. So tell me, is this a dahlia or is this a zinnia? Hi, Bibi. Bibi, can you tell me what this is? No, you're just gonna roll around there. Okay. Remember these artichoke stalks I cut down because the blazing 113-degree heat had burned my beautiful, glorious 5-year-old artichoke plants to a crisp? Yeah, that video was, well, a little sad. But I told you these plants weren't dead yet. I said in the spring they're going to shoot up some new growth. I have every confidence in that. They've been great plants. And guess what? They are great plants. In fact, they couldn't wait till spring. Look, surprise! I have an artichoke plant growing right now. Let's see how big this artichoke can grow by the July garden tour. The corbachi pepper plant is going a little nuts. Like there's corbachi peppers all over it. Probably a dozen or more. Wow. I need to cook them up tonight. Well, it's evening, the same day, and I wanted to show you this pepper plant. This is an aurora pepper. And don't you just love those purple blossoms and purple peppers? And yes, If you leave them on, they turn colors. They turn yellow, orange. There's a red one. But I just love the purple. And these taste great too. That's Aurora peppers. So yes, I have realized that I need to solder in some more drainage holes at the bottom of this planter, because these plants, if they keep growing, they're going to block the water from draining, and we can't have that. I want these plants to live, as well as the green nutmeg melon that's finally starting to grow on top. And look at these beautiful pink snapdragons. They do not mind the heat at all. This is a flower I highly recommend if you are in a hot zone, because not only does it look great and vibrant despite the heat, and not only does it keep blooming all spring, summer, and into the fall, even in the winter in a hot zone, but it's perennial. It sticks around and around. I've got some that are 4 years old already and still going strong. Just had to show you those gladioli that were peeking out this morning. Well, now here they are. They're gonna look fabulous tomorrow. And remember, you can create the garden and the life that you want too, so don't let anyone tell you otherwise. See you next time, folks. Have a great week.